all know a guy who only occasionally shaves for big occasions, and it's because that occasional shave really hurts. It's the time of year for big occasions, and yet there he is, suffering with that cheap drugstore razor. Let's help him out. Henson Shaving's line of razors, built with aerospace precision, deliver a smooth shave your dad, brother, and even son can enjoy, eventually. With replacement blades just 10 cents each, you'll buy it once and they'll use it for life. How's that for the perfect gift? Celebrate with 100 free blades on your first purchase, and no subscription headaches. HensonShaving.com/holiday.
Don't forget that your skin is your largest organ, and the sun can be your skin's worst enemy. Dermatologist recommended Neutrogena products offer the ultimate protection for your skin. From makeup remover wipes to Hydro Boost Water Gel Facial Moisturizer, BJ's has your entire lineup of Neutrogena skincare products. And now through December 3rd, save $4 on any Neutrogena product at BJ's. Love your skin back and save now through December 3rd, only at BJ's.
Welcome to the No Fruit Podcast,
where we talk about our life experiences with a spiritual twist. Hosted by Maurice
and Kafa. We hope you enjoy today's episode.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Yo, y'all, guess what? It is it's that time. It's that time to start planning our church events.
Church trip.
For the summer. Now,
church trip.
I know that these announcements today are are being brought to you by Senior Deacon Maurice right now, and we are trying to raise some funds right now for our church cookout. Our church picnic, the first Saturday in August, and we need everyone here to donate $10. No. We need $10 a head, and
that's right. Yes, for the meats.
Right. And we're gonna have Deacon Steak and Brother Knife. They're gonna be cooking the meats, and we just want y'all to come out and have fun. And
you want all the ladies to make salads.
And no. We just need Sister Salad Maker, and we only need
that's right.
Sister Baker to
bake the
cakes, and we need Sister Chick to do the fried chicken. And we're only going to have string beans and rolls. Now we don't need everyone to bring a roll. We do need you to bring water though. So if you could bring water, you could drop them off here at the church, every Thursday and Friday afternoons. And from now until August, and I know we're only going to end up probably with 2 cases anyway. So if y'all can donate even more money than the $10 to help us buy the water, because y'all not going to come through with that. And then now I'm going to pass it on to Sister Jenkins right now, and she's going to tell you the rest about it.
Well, we're going to have special events and things for the kids. So we need to have games.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to have the youth leaders. You need to come up and come up with your ideas for games.
Yes.
For the ages.
Right.
Because the little kids can't play the same games that the big kids play.
No,
Because y'all remember what happened last year.
Right.
It was a mess.
Right.
The kickball hit the baby in the head.
Right.
And, it didn't work very well.
Right.
Now this year, we're not going to be going and blessing the water in the pool. We just want to swim in the pool. So make sure that y'all do what y'all have to do to make sure that everybody is properly dressed.
Now, Sister Thomas, make sure that you tell your son Kyle that's what we're not allowing this year. Sister Thomas, let your son Kyle know he will not be in the pool this year.
Mm-hmm. So make sure that they have proper attire, that their body is fully covered under places that should be covered when they wear the pool attire. Amen.
And yes, amen. So if you have any other questions, you can see me downstairs in the.
One more thing.
Yes.
We have church T-shirts for the.
Yes.
Right.
We We have extra small, medium, large, and extra large. Now, if you need extra larger sizes than that, please bring us your T-shirt and we'll get it put on your own T-shirt. Is there anything else?
I think that's the church van.
Oh yeah, the church van is still being worked on, so you may need to. We'll have a sign up sheet downstairs. So as I said, you can meet us downstairs, and we're going to have a table in the back where you come and sign up for it. Tell us what you're going to donate, and you can start paying on it. You can give us $2 a week. So you don't have to pay the $10 up front. And if you want to give a little extra for the water and the sodas and the meats and things like that. But remember, all kids under 12, that we don't have a donation for them. Like, you don't have to pay for them. But everybody above 12 and older, we're okay. But 12 and under, no.
Okay. I thought we was gonna do 10 because that kid that.
No. We got I think in the meeting we brought up that it was gonna be 12 and over. And then 12 and under. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. Did we say 12 and 12? That don't sound right, but I guess it was. So, all right. So, thank you, Pastor, for giving us this time right now, and we will see y'all downstairs. Scene. So, how many of y'all remember those type of church announcements? Trying to explain. Your church cookout or picnic. I do. Now, my church did not have a whole lot of cookouts or picnics or anything like that. What we did have in my church was my pastor's birthday just so happened to be in the late part of July. And he would have, technically, it was a birthday party, technically, but he would call it like a gathering for the young people.
Okay.
Right. And but that's not what he called. I can't remember what he called it for. But it actually became more of a birthday party vibe, right? And
were there gifts?
Ultimately people gave gifts to the pastor. You get what I mean?
Was there a birthday cake?
Yes, there was.
So yeah, that was a birthday party.
Right, it was. And I would say this, that because my pastor's house or the parsonage at that time had a pool, and a lot of people did not necessarily agree with us having a parsonage with a pool in it. And so there was really a opportunity for some of us young people who were inner city who did not have access to a house with a pool and things like that. He opened it up for us. So that was our church outing, if you will. But we did have also it was like a seafood buffet trip type thing. I forgot what it's called now. Every summer also. That was in August.
It was a crab feast.
Crab feast. That's what it was. Crab feast. And we would go down to Maryland, hop on a bus, go to a museum, then go to the crab feast in Maryland and go in, chill out and eat a whole lot and dance and then come on back. So, but we had a lot of people that, as I was mimicking one of my stewards, because that's the way he spoke. I don't care what it was, he spoke like that every single time, and he always looked like he did not know what in the world he was talking about. Like, he had it in his mind, but the facial expression is like he looked confused. Like, his eyes were always in a confused state. Like, I don't know if he was cross-eyed. I don't know what it was. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest with y'all right now. So, Kyle, what about you? What were yours like?
Growing up in my local church, we had an annual church picnic.
Okay.
And the gentleman that would put it together would get up, like you said, when church announcements were over and the ladies had spoken, and he'd for some reason had to give all of the accolades all over again. First giving honor to God and the pastor and the first lady and deacons and deaconess and
Protocol being established.
No, he didn't say that. He had to give all the protocol all over again and then say, well, I'm here to talk about the church picnic. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be on this day. And again, we need $10 for the meats because the brothers are going to do the meats. So we'll get the meats and we'll put them all together. And the kids will have hot dogs and hamburgers and we'll have ribs and chicken. And we'll get the meats. And the ladies will do the salads. And we want all kind of salads. And all, so that was what it was all about every year. Mm-hmm. Now, I never went to them growing up. It was always at a local park or a local I don't even know what to call it, like a community center type thing that had a little bit of grassy area or whatever. So I didn't really go to those because they always just seemed kind of small. But once I got older and you and I became a thing, I think we were married. Were we married for the first one? Well, anyway.
No, you talking about the first church cookout picnic, whatever they talked about?
No, the one that I helped to spearhead.
I don't remember that one.
We went to Brandywine.
Oh, that's the one where. Oh yeah, we were married, but that's the one that I think that was your last one that you attended to because you had the baby the following day.
No, that was Neshaminy.
That was Neshaminy?
Neshaminy is the one that I had the baby the next day.
Brandywine,
Rhodesia.
Oh, yes. I remember Brandywine. Yeah, the big slide.
We went.
Yeah, I remember that one.
We went all the way out Baltimore Pike. So we had that one first. And so that was more, it had more activities. We didn't have to cook. They prepared all the food and everything there was catered. And they had activities and slides and paddle boats and all that stuff. So that's when I went to my first actual church picnic, I think. I may have gone to one before then. I just don't recall. But that's, was an annual thing. And at our church, they like to have church picnics and get together and be grill masters. I think that was mostly what it was all about.
Well, let's be all the way real. I mean, those people that were at the church, they were cookers, though. I mean, those the guys. That's what they would do. They would pull out that grill on the side of church.
They pulled it out on the side of church. Had the whole block. People would come from blocks away.
Right.
I smelled something. It was us. You want a platter? So yes, we were known. We were a church known for feeding you.
Mm-hmm, most stuff.
Yeah. So we like to feed you until a little bit later, and then the ladies started to get a little lazy. But growing up, we were a feed you church. You could come there and get a good meal. But then, like you said, Maurice, the church trips was another thing. Like so, I don't recall us doing like crab feasts, but we did a lot of amusement parks.
Mm-hmm.
So local ones, we even did like, I think a couple days away, we went to, Busch Gardens and what was the other one? Busch Gardens and something, King Dominion. That's what it, King's Dominion. Mm-hmm. So we went to those and stayed in a hotel and all that great stuff. That was fine. So yeah, every summer it was always something to look forward to be a part of the church. Mm-hmm. Whether it was, again, whatever the big trip was going to be. But there was always something going on that you were going to get away, even if it was just we're going to Hershey Park or we're just going to Great Adventure or what's the water park in Jersey?
I mean, you had Clementon Park.
We did Clementon Park one time. The folks didn't like it. I think that would maybe have been the first church picnic that I had gone to. We had gone there. We had the pavilion and things like that. That wasn't as much of a big hit if they thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. But that was okay. It was kind of a combination of we're going to the amusement park and having a church picnic at the same time because we still were able to bring things and whatnot. Unlike the other ones that happened later on, being the Brandywine and the Neshaminy. But Clemington, I think you could bring your own food and you had your pavilion at that time. So I don't think we had our own like T-shirts. My grandmom's church now, when they have their church picnic, they have T-shirts.
Okay.
Everybody has to wear the same T-shirt.
I mean, and I would say that for us, because we didn't go away like that, we did try amusement parks once or twice, but for our individual church, it didn't work. Now, we went on everybody else's, though.
Okay.
We went on quite a few. That's where I learned my fear of heights and then my love of heights, and because people, would dare you and things like that. And
Right.
you're trying to impress certain people and all that type of stuff. Yeah, you would kind of, put on your big boy pants and try to make it happen. And then you realize that, nope, I'm just going to die right here upside down. So,
And I even remember, now that you're saying that dare type thing, I remember even going a Wildwood trip, I think.
okay.
I have to ask somebody if that's where we went. Because I thought I'd never been to Wildwood, but maybe I did go to Wildwood with church. I
Now,
don't remember.
yeah, I mean, so the other part of that would be as far as like a shore or something like that.
Right.
I would say the young people were not allowed, but of course the adults, quote unquote,
Oh,
went to
okay.
the casinos and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But overall, we did not do a lot of summer trips ourselves. We did a lot of stuff in the fall, and because the church as a whole, so those of you who knows that Kav and I both, we were raised in AME church. So those of you that were AME, every July, the last week in July, we went away to a HBCU. So whether it was Dover, being Delaware State University, or that once or twice, maybe Cheney University. So, we would be there for a whole week. So, so really we kind of geared up for that. My church personally, as far as young people goes, we did a lot of skating parties during the summer. But we more or less geared up for our fall trips. Because again, AME Church, the second week in October, we will go away to another state
For my birthday.
It just so happened it fell on around your birthday, but we would go to what was called the Young People's Department. We will be away for a weekend, so we might be in Delaware this year. Next year it'd be Jersey. This year it would be Philly. I'm sorry, the following year would be Philly. The following year was like Connecticut. So I've been able to be all over the place. Albany, New York, Stamford, Connecticut,
My church was
whatever.
so small we didn't participate in those events. So
Yeah, I was
we
in
didn't have, access to those. And so Maurice came around and kind of was like, "How come y'all don't come to this stuff?"
Right, and so I kind of pressed
So
it a little bit.
we kind of partnered with his church,
Right.
to start going to those things because we was just so small and little that we were just like, "No, we never heard of those things."
And then the other thing my church would do in November, we will always have a retreat. So we'd be up in a cabin in the mountains or somewhere where, at night it'd be like minus 318 degrees. And we trying to go outside and play around in the darkness and, thinking that the wolves are outside and the bears and, we used to be wilding out. And then the sad thing is that there's one place, I can't remember the name of the camp that we would go to, but the boys' cabin was an actual cabin where the ladies slept in the mansion. And the food and everything was in the mansion. And I recall us having to walk across the field to go eat. Let me tell you, when it got dark at 4:30 in the morning, like it just never got light outside. So the light might come up at 4:15 in the morning, went right back to being dark at 4:30 in the morning. That's the way it felt. So every time we would go to eat, it just felt like we was always in the dark to me. And even the mansion itself, like it's like we were eating by candlelight. Like that's how dark the mansion space was.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were like in the woods retreat. It's just us and our little lamp. Period.
So when you went on the retreat, were you able to take anything with you, or it's just your?
They told us to take a blanket. We were not. There was more. More especially in the cabin, we were not allowed to take anything really with us. We were supposed to be next to holiness.
Holiness, yes.
Not realizing that we were next to frigid, frostbite, and next to being scared half to death. And then it didn't help that we had some practical jokesters within my church, and literally, I mean, granted, I was one of the older ones, so I wasn't as nervous, or I thought it was a little more funny, but some of them little kids, man, you talking about some of them that used to saturate their bedding at night because they were scared or whatever else. Yeah, we had some really interesting church trips, but, we did not have a lot of summer trips.
Okay.
Because yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of summer trips. We went on everybody else's. So I think the one place I don't recall going with the summer was Clementon Park or Hershey Park. But we had been to everywhere else. But the one church that we used to go with every summer, it never failed. Like the first or second weekend in July, it never failed. We was always in Darney Park.
Yeah, okay.
So we knew Darney Park like the back of our hand. Like we were the map, type thing. At one point in time, we knew the bus leaves at this time. Like we got to a point where we were going so often that we knew if the bus left, we'll be here at this particular time. And as soon as the door opens, especially for the group that we were with, this particular church, we were so cool. We made such plans that, all right, as soon as we walk in, we making a beeline. Everybody jet. As soon as we get through the turnstile and they tell us to do whatever we got to do for lunch, everybody run to this one roller coaster because we knew the line was going to be forever. And we go and get on there first and ride that 2 or 3 times because nobody else is in there but us. We can do that. We could be there together and scream and cry together. And then whatever. Then everybody can kind of do whatever they want to do. So that was really about it. Like we didn't do it ourselves. We didn't do a Neshaminy Park. We didn't do a Brandywine. 'Cause a lot of times we just did that, within our own church, or we went, like I said, to the pastor's house.
Right.
And because our pastor lived in such a nice facility and had a pool and all that stuff there, really probably we probably saved a lot of money.
But I think also because your church was so much larger. Again, I came from such a small church. So for us to, 50 people,
right,
we could do that.
Right.
But for you to say we're having a church picnic or a church cookout, where would you have that? Especially being that your church was based such a place, in the city.
Right.
I guess you could get to 33rd Street or whatever and do something there, but some of your members probably would not have appreciated that at all. But so what about church? What are those things? In the summer, we would have church summer camps. Did you guys do summer camps?
We did do summer camp. Mm-hmm. We had our own camp a few years, and a lot of that was based off of us having we had grants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So our nonprofit that was a part of the church would have the camp, and then with that camp, I was not always there long enough to experience the trips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I would be there for a couple weeks and then us getting our feet wet or whatever. And then next thing you know, bam, it's a wrap. So, and that's probably because of all the other stuff I was doing.
Right.
You get what I mean?
I mean, you have family reunions, family trips,
right.
Those things. I do remember once I joined your church, that there were groups of families that would just go away for a month or go away for the whole summer. Like,
Right.
hey, I'm going to California for the summer
Right.
to visit my son, or, you know, whatever it was. So it did get quite empty in
Right.
the summer. One, because your church didn't have any air conditioning.
Right.
So, you know, I could understand why it was empty.
Yeah.
At least my little itty bitty church, we had 2 air conditioners,
Right.
as small as it was. So it would be frigid in there
Right.
at times, especially if you sang on the choir, you know, because the air would blow right kind of on you. But
Right.
yeah, your church, just had little teeny 12-inch fans.
No, we did have one big industrial fan that it was so big, in my opinion, so loud that you couldn't hear anything that was going on in the worship service.
You just heard the fan.
Yeah, I mean, and then people would complain about, you know, how loud the organ was because you turned the organ up so you could be over top of the fan. But guess what? The singers weren't turned up.
Wow.
So you couldn't even hear the singer.
them.
So, and then people would be like, yo, well, the preacher, he was preaching so loud. And yeah, because he's preaching over the fan, you know, so, yeah, but we had to. We must have had about 6 or 7, as you said, 12-inch fans. Now I'm thinking about it, 2, 4, 6,
It wasn't a lot.
7,
And they
8.
oscillated, so it wasn't always
Right.
blowing on you. So you had to wait for it
Right.
to come back.
So I could count 8 oscillating fans and 2 big, real big fans. So yeah, so we had a lot of fans in there. It just wasn't. And then we had the paper fans too, you know. But yeah, that's how it went down. So, yeah. So you know, let us know what what your trips were, y'all church trips, and how y'all.
So summer church trips now.
Summer, yeah.
Right.
I know I went into the fall.
Yeah.
Then that's only
That's
because
because you ain't had no summer church.
we ain't had no summer trips. Like we concentrate so much on, I guess, the bigger church trips that we did not put so much emphasis on our own individual church trip. And we were so involved with everybody else's stuff that, hey, if we go, like, for an example, if Conference Church had a church trip during the summer, we would go to theirs during the summer, but expect for them to return the favor in the fall and the winter type stuff. You know, so that was our goal, and that's, you know, and it worked out for a couple years. I mean, we were very supportive in all reality, you know. So yeah, you know, like I said, I just want to hear what y'all got to say and what y'all think, and you know, and hit us up.
Yes, let us know.
Anything else, Kyle?
Hey, Maurice, I'm ready for a trip.
And we're going to be like, what's his name? Chase Bachman.
Yes,
I'm going to take a trip.
Hey, Kafa, what do we want them to do?
Maurice, we want everyone to stay fit with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the No Fruit Podcast.
Continue to listen to us on your favorite podcast channels.
And look for new episodes every Thursday.
We thank y'all very much for listening to us.
May God bless you all.
Peace.
We all know a guy who only occasionally shaves for big occasions, and it's because that occasional shave really hurts. It's the time of year for big occasions, and yet there he is, suffering with that cheap drugstore razor. Let's help him out. Henson Shaving's line of razors, built with aerospace precision, deliver a smooth shave your dad, brother, and even son can enjoy, eventually. With replacement blades just 10 cents each, you'll buy it once, and they'll use it for life. How's that for the perfect gift? Celebrate with 100 free blades on your first purchase, and no subscription headaches. HensonShaving.com/holiday.
Don't forget that your skin is your largest organ, and the sun can be your skin's worst enemy. Dermatologist recommended Neutrogena products offer the ultimate protection for your skin. From makeup remover wipes to Hydro Boost Water Gel Facial Moisturizer, BJ's has your entire lineup of Neutrogena skincare products. And now through December 3rd, save $4 on any Neutrogena product at BJ's. Love your skin back and save now through December 3rd, only at BJ's.